I'm sure most of you are aware, but Spectrasonics is only a few days away from releasing their Omnisphere 3. To me, Omnisphere is the ultimate synthesizer workstation. A hardware flagship synth workstation will easily set you back at least $2,000, like the Yamaha Montage, Roland Phantoms, and Korg Kronos, etc. All those flagship synth workstations, they are expensive. Omnisphere 3 will retail for $499, and if you're upgrading from earlier versions, it will be a couple of $100 less than that. So I can't really see why anyone would go for a hardware flagship synth workstation today set up against something like Omnisphere 3. Admittedly, if you're going for something live, you want everything in one self-contained box, a glorified VST. Those hardware synth workstations will still sell, I guess. But consider the price here and consider what you get back in terms of features and sound libraries and deep synth architecture with Omnisphere. To me, this is a no-brainer. And from what I hear in the demo videos from Spectrasonics and when I read the specs, they've massively increased support for hardware control in Omnisphere 3. Now they have over 300 new hardware profiles, so you could pretty much use any MIDI controller or MIDI synth, hardware synth that you might have from before to control parameters on Omnisphere 3. Now, I've never owned Omnisphere at all, but I've used it a lot because I do work in other capacities than what you see here on the channel or my channels. I actually own one of their first libraries, the Metamorphosis sample CD from way back. That's the only Spectrasonic product I own, so I'm not sponsored in any way by Spectrasonics. These are just my unfiltered thoughts on this upcoming new release from Spectrasonics. But I've used Omnisphere a lot, and it can do so much. Some of it are more suited for maybe soundtracks and ambient sounds and soundscapes than pure simple pop that I make. So for pop, I've had to strip away some of the layers and stuff around a particular sound I like to blend it more in with other types of sound in my sort of poppy productions. But I think it has a fantastic value in terms of all the things you can do with it. And watching through these new demos of the Omnisphere 3, I really like that they've stuck to their old graphical user interface, although I see some really dislike that sort of early 2000 look of its GUI. But I like it. They have not changed it, and that to me is a strength. You'll feel right at home while using it. At least I would have if I decide to buy it. And it has many cool new features as well, like the mutations, and especially that you can use now their inbuilt effects on other tracks in your productions. You don't have to use their effects on Omnisphere at all. You can use them as standalone. To me, that is a big plus and a really nice kicker. If you're doing live stuff, you have to lug around a computer, hook it up to your master keyboard. Some people don't want that. Some people don't want to use a computer at all to make music. Some people don't want to have a computer on stage, etc., etc. I totally respect that. Nothing wrong with having everything in one contained box. It might be easier. But the sheer amount of power you get for the price here, I think that's worth considering. And I'm doing a live gig. I don't do many live gigs anymore, but I do one occasionally, and I'm doing a live gig as I've been asked to help out a friend for his gig come later this winter, and I would definitely consider taking with me a laptop and something like Omnisphere 3 to do that gig and help him out with it. And if I do, I'll make a video about that as well, my experiences with having a software synthesizer on a live gig. So I'll end as I started. If you're looking for the ultimate synthesizer workstation, I think you should check out Omnisphere 3. I will. I can't think of another company with more emphasis on quality than Spectrasonics. Everything I've used from Spectrasonics have been quality from start to finish. And again, I'm not in any way sponsored by Spectrasonics for saying this. I just happen to have that experience with their products. So thanks for watching. I'm Espen Kraft. See you next time. Cheers.